Hello there, welcome to NTV English News Bulletin. I am Bhavana Casey. In the beginning, we have the headlines. Three killed on the spot after a jeep and pickup van collide in Saptari, 12 others injured. Prime Minister Dahal obliged to face the House again for the vote of confidence, holds portfolios of 16 ministries following on post-Brexit trade rules for Northern Ireland, says pact to pave new way for ties with the bloc. Zelensky says the situation in Bakhmut worsening. Remarks come as U.S. Treasury Secretary warned China against arming Russia during her visit to Kiev. And Argentina dominates FIFA's The Best Award ceremony. Messi voted Player of the Year, coach Scaloni and goalkeeper Martinez also win awards. Welcome back. You are with NTV English News Bulletin. Now we have the news in details, and we begin with this tragic piece of news. 3 persons have been killed on the spot while 12 others are left injured in a road accident that occurred at Kanchanrup municipality in Saptari district this morning, the accident highway of the district. The deceased are identified as Sanjay Chaudhary, Rajkumari Chaudhary and Hariram Shah of Duhabi municipality, ward number 3 of Sunsari district. The pickup van was carrying horses, according to police. It is learned the injured have been sent to Biratnagar for further treatment after receiving primary treatment at a local hospital. After 3 partners of the Pushpa Kamal Dahal-led government left his coalition, Prime Minister Dahal is obliged to face the House again for a vote of confidence. Ministers from the CPN-UML, Rashtriya Swatantra Party and Rashtriya Prajatantra Party (RPP) tendered their resignation after Prime Minister Dahal formed a new 8-party alliance, including the main opposition, Nepali Congress. The Constitution's Article 100, Sub-Article 2 requires the Prime Ministers withdraw their support. The Rashtriya Swatantra Party called back its ministers from the government. However, it says it will continue to provide backing to the Prime Minister. Following the suit, ministers from Rashtriya Prajatantra Party tendered their resignation, also announcing the party's ouster from the government. Government's spokesperson and Minister for Communications and Information Technology, Rekha Sharma, says as per the constitutional norms, the Prime Minister should take the vote of the confidence of the House of Representatives by 26th of March. Following resignation of the ministers of 3 parties, Prime Minister Dahal currently holds portfolios of 16 ministries. The government spokesperson further said Prime Minister Dahal is also preparing to expand the cabinet after the election of the president slated for March the 9th. The task force formed by New Political Alliance to succeed presidential elections has decided Bahadur Khadka will organize an orientation to federal parliament's lawmakers on March the 2nd. Likewise, on March the 3rd, a gathering of provincial assemblies lawmakers will be organized at respective provinces. The task force had earlier directed the lawmakers of 8 parties to arrive Kathmandu by March the 7th for the purpose of the presidential election. The new 8-party alliance has forwarded a common candidate from Nepali Congress to contest the presidential election, Ramchandra Paudel, while the CPN-UML has registered the candidacy of Subhas Nemwang in the race. The 8-party alliance includes then major opposition Nepali Congress, ruling CPN Mao Center, CPN Unified Socialist, Janata Samajwadi Party, Janamat Party, Nagarik Unmukti Party, Lokotantrik Samajwadi Party and Rashtriya Janamorcha. With this update, time to go for... Welcome back. You are with NTV English News Bulletin. Now to more updates. The provinces and local labels have proposed as high as 4,500 projects with an estimated budget worth 142.43 billion rupees to receive supplementary and special grants for the fiscal year 2080-81. According to National Planning Commission, the local governments have forwarded a total of 4,546 projects with the estimated budget of 115.43 billion rupees. Likewise, the provinces have proposed 211 projects seeking 27 billion rupees to implement those projects in the coming fiscal year. Of the proposed projects from the local and provincial governments, the new projects carry the budget estimation or the ongoing projects. Bahrain is found to be safer for the Nepali foreign employment seekers compared to other destinations of the Gulf region. Currently, around 25,000 Nepali nationals are working in the various construction site, industry and security sectors in the country of Bahrain. The representatives of Nepali Association working in Bahrain said the country has attracted numbers of Nepali workers as it is liked in terms of freedom of work, housing facilities and worker safety. The Nepali embassy in Bahrain, meanwhile, is taking the initiative to maintain the salary standards as the Bahrain's government is aid to implement the minimum salary standards for the migrant workers. Now to international updates. UK's Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has held his deal. Those who supported Brexit gave their backing to the agreement, and the DUP, whose support will be key to restoring power sharing in Northern Ireland, said there had been significant progress, but the party warned that key issues of concern remain. The party has boycotted the devolved government until its concerns over the Northern Ireland Protocol are resolved, and some Tory MPs have said they will only support an agreement if it has the backing of the DUP. More updates line up on the other side, but before that, let's have the highlights first. Welcome back. Now to more updates. The situation in the city of Bakhmut on the eastern front line is becoming more and more difficult. Leaders' remarks came as U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen warned China against arming Russia during a visit to Kiev on Monday. Some of the fiercest fighting to take place since Russia invaded Ukraine just over a year ago has taken place in Bakhmut, in Ukraine's Donetsk region, part of which is under control of Russia and its separatist allies. A temple in the southern Indian state of Kerala has introduced a mechanical elephant to conduct its rituals. The initiatives by authorities at a local Sri Krishna temple in Thrissur district is part of their pledge to stop using live animals for any festivities. The model was donated by People for Ethical Treatment of Animals India and actress Parvati Tiruvati. They hope this would help in They hold an important part in temple festivals in Kerala. Two more updates, but before that, let's have the highlights first. Now to sports. Argentina and Paris Saint-Germain forward Lionel Messi has been named Men's Player of the Year at the 2022 Best FIFA Awards. The 35-year-old beat French forwards Kylian Mbappe and Karim Benzema to win the prize. Messi captained Argentina to the World Cup glory in 2021 to 2022. At the ceremony in Paris, Lionel Scaloni, who led Argentina to their third World Cup win, was named Men's Coach of the Year. Scaloni signed a new deal against France in the final. England's manager Serena Wigman was named Women's Coach of the Year. Likewise, Argentina supporters have been honored with the FIFA Fan Award in recognition of their impassive backing they gave to the team at Qatar World number 1 after entering a 378th week at the top of the men's rankings. Serbia's 22-time major winner has held the record for the most weeks as men's world number 1 since March 2021. Djokovic is 35 said that Graf was one of the greatest and legendary tennis players that ever played. Germany's Graf won 22 Grand Slam singles titles between 1987 and 1999. Djokovic would return to world number 1 for the first time in 6 months by winning the Australian Open in January, first topped the rankings in July 2011. With this update, we come to the end of this English News Bulletin, but before we say goodbye, let's have a quick reminder of the major stories. 3 killed on the spot. Prime Minister Nepal obliged to face the House again for vote of confidence, holds portfolios of 16 ministries following 3 parties' exit from the government. British Prime Minister Sunak strikes a deal with the EU on post-Brexit trade rules for Northern Ireland, says back to pave new way for ties with the bloc. Zelensky says the situation in Bakhmut worsening. Remarks come as U.S. Treasury Secretary warns China against arming Russia during a visit to Kiev. And Argentina dominates FIFA's the best award ceremony. Messi voted Player of the Year. Coach Scaloni and goalkeeper Martinez also win awards. That's all we have in this edition of English News Bulletin. I'll see you again with next round of English.